Here at the UNF Softball Complex, we've got our third game of the day as we move along. Softball Championship elimination game. Here's we get a rematch of 3 versus 7, North Alabama and North Florida. Glad you're with us once again. Alongside Christina Wyatt, I'm Richard Miller. We'll be joined by Cecily Webb in just a little bit, but a rematch here. And I think really for the most part, Christina, it's a matter of which team do we see, which version of the Lions and which version of the Ospreys.
I agree with you. North Florida was so explosive offensively, was able to hold North Florida and win yesterday, but then we saw North Alabama come back and really play outstanding. So it'll be interesting how they bounce back and be a great game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We got the bracket here for you. It'll be 1 versus 2 tomorrow. The winner advances to the championship. Bears and Hatters, as they've got the clearest path right now to a tournament title. Right now it'll be Lions and Ospreys, and the winner of this one will see the JU Dolphins tomorrow at 2:30 p.m., and that's another elimination game. As we see for the Ospreys here in that matchup, it was a 2-run home run by Addison Broneman, but really you saw good pitching from the Hatters, and they just induced so many ground balls.
Yeah, and the defense behind on both teams just were so outstanding, but Stetson was able to get that 4 spot and enough to beat UNF.
Has some great plays we see for the Lions. You mentioned it, but in that win yesterday, how good they looked against FGCU. It was a run rule, and really they just looked like, at that time, the best team in the tournament.
They looked outstanding. I mean, everything was working. They had 2 pitchers who pitched well. I mean, 1 through 9 was being productive at the plate, and defensively they were doing a great job as well. So I don't know if there'll be a little bit of a payback mentality here for North Alabama against North Florida. North Florida is going to have to bounce back to extend their season.
Absolutely. Lions and Ospreys, 3 versus 7 when we return. And we're back to Jacksonville here at the UNF Softball Complex, and Cecily Webb has more about today's game.
Spoke with Coach Kozar just a few minutes ago, and she said during this first game against North Florida, they came in a little nervous. They weren't really settled in, and once they got to that second game, they started to settle in and attack early, and Coach just wanted to see that same response during this game, and Katie Simmons taking the mound. Again, she just wants to see that fire and command that she had in the first game. She gave a lot of energy to the team that she hasn't given before, so she's just really excited to see what she can do today. Back to you guys.
Great stuff. Thank you so much. Well, Is there any purple sparkle in the hair? We shall see for Katie Simon.
There is, and I double-checked right before the game. A little bit different hairstyle, but still sparkly. And she's ready. She wanted the ball again today. So Katie Simon coming in relief did such a great job last night. Just a totally different team that we saw when North Alabama played North Florida earlier in the day. So look for her curveball, look for her screwball. She's an off-speed screwball. She can spot her screwball. So we'll see if she can keep the North Florida hitters off balance.
Well, we have been very fortunate as we have seen every all ASUN pitcher over these last few days. Here's the Ospreys lineup. Things stay the same. They'll go Langford, Keefe, Samino at the top and try and get more than just those 2 runs. We saw it off the bat of Addison Bruneman, the catcher, who has a pair of homers already in the tournament.
She's getting hot here in tournament play. That's the best time to be hitting home runs. I think for the Ospreys, making sure the top of their lineup is productive, looking for Hallie Langford to be a great leadoff here in this game. Might be the difference for the Ospreys.
Absolutely. We saw in that first game as she reached on a fielder's choice. And we get a start time of 5:21. This Lions team top 25 and the D1 mid-major poll. They get 3 seed. Stetson is a 2. Bears with the 1. And Simon here gets to start. Langford, Keefe, and Samino. Defensively, same spots for all those Ospreys. A rematch of that first meeting. Langford makes good contact and a great play by the Lions second baseman. Dover will, I don't know how many times. I lost track of the first couple games, how many times we called her name out.
Riley Dover, good read as soon as the ball's hit, taking the hit away from Langford to start off this game.
As you see the lineup there and everything, as it's a great infield 3 of the 4, making all ASUN. Move on down for Keefe. Just what team are we going to see? For the Lions, it cannot be that team that played in the first one and lost against the Ospreys. Bunt foul. You want to be closer to that one that really, especially towards the end of the game, dominated FGCU. Does Simon have the most movement of any of the pitchers we see, maybe with that screwball?
I think what's unique about what Simon can do is that screwball, she can also throw an off-speed screwball. It's about, 7 or 8 miles an hour slower, and then she can also spot that high. So it's coming out of her hand very similarly, and then you get different looks.
The bunt, Keefe is foul.
Good job by Bailey Rouse there, seeing the spin, realizing that she's not going to be able to get Keefe at first, so see if it'll go foul, and it did.
And Keefe, even checking, she didn't know until she came back to the first base bag, had to ask her coach. And he said, yeah, go back there one more time. 2-2. And Simon gets her swinging in the strikeout against Keefe. If you can keep both Langford and Keefe off the base paths, you're doing really well.
Here's another look at this. This looks like this off-speed screwball right here where you have Keefe out in front on her front foot, still has that break of a screwball, and it is working really nicely right now.
Here's Bella Samino, makes good contact for a foul ball. We saw Samino in that game against the Lions. Kind of an off game for her, a couple of pop-ups. She got jammed a couple of times. She went 0 for 2 against Katie Simon. But 2 down.
See that move of the screwball. It's going to start on the inside corner of the plate and then just slightly off. Simon wants that pitch to be called today, or at least have North Florida offering at it.
Samino, watch it whiz by. A year to remember, definitely, this young lady, the Ospreys shortstop, 54 runs batted in. Single season best. 2-1 pitch, cranks it foul. Worth noting, too, it is a little smoky outside just because of all those fires that we've had recently in Brantley County, just north of us. Samino's 2-2 pitch, a foul off again. And there's North Alabama right there. Elimination game between this pair. There's Simon. And a ball for a full count for Samino. Shaw catching in this one. Senior behind the plate. Foul ball again. Watch out over there for Aiden Allen. You ever hit a teammate in the on-deck circle?
No, but I've had to dodge balls being hit at me in the on-deck circle.
So you've played dodgeball?
Something like that.
Samino, this one off the bat. She's going to watch this the entire way. And for Bella, Samino goes yard. She even had to watch it the entire time. 200 plus off the bat of Samino. Her team high 15th. And even she kind of throws up her hands and shrugs a little bit there.
Wow, Samino just fouling off a lot of pitches. Found one she liked and was able to squeak this in fair territory. You see her go down to get that low pitch. It's hard to get the angle from here, but we'll trust the umpires. That's a home run and the first run of the game.
That's another close one. Bruneman had one that was very close down that same line. Here's Allen. So North Florida strikes first. Samino, her first hit against North Alabama. Was 0 for 4 the first time. Ospreys all time in this series, they are 8-1-1. Two-0 pitch. Even Allen, there's a strike.
There's Simon's curveball, which the way that her body moves through that pitch is not your typical curveball. But that's what she's working on throwing to that outside part of the plate.
Allen, foul. So you definitely hear it a little bit more. They're making some good contact here on the barrels. Langford had that liner at second. Dover with the really good play. Allen.
For North Florida, they've already seen Simon in half the game yesterday. So trying to learn from the at-bats in order to execute a little bit better and give themselves a chance.
For a 3-2 and a take, number 21 will jog down to first base, and the Ospreys with their second base runner. Allen earns herself a walk. Only her 14th of the year, and here comes Grace Shaw. So already North Florida doing a much better job, as we talked about it. The first 10 batters faced against the Hatters were all retired. It took them until the 4th inning to have a base runner. 2 down, 1 on for Shaw, strike one. Shaw. And Simon, there's a strike, 0-2.
Yesterday we saw Olivia Wilkin start the game for North Alabama, and Simon came into relief, so we'll see if we get to see both arms again today.
As this one popped up there and at the warning track over towards right field as Hammond's there to secure it. The Ospreys get 2 base runners. Bellasamino goes yard, her 15th home run of the year. We'll take a timeout and return. We'll see here soon. Lions, the top of the order.
Welcome to the Atlantic Sun, where heart-pounding moments are born and where champions rise above, where speed defies limits and precision finds its mark, where millions of fans nationwide cheer for excellence, determination, and fairness, where public, private, and faith-based schools compete side by side, fostering sportsmanship and unity. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
An osprey in the wild can migrate 160,000 miles in its lifetime. We humans don't fly like that, but soaring is still in our nature. That's why we converge at the University of North Florida. North is a crossing between bright skies and brighter futures, knowing wherever you go from here, you'll soar. Onward, upward, toward your true north.
Here's Cam Ponick as we take you inside the circle for the Ospreys. As we'll see the junior here, great ERA. She is so talented. 15 wins this year, 6 complete games. What's her scouting report?
So Ponick has been solid in the circle for the Ospreys. Something that can throw off the hitters a little bit. She has a little bit of a jerky motion, so that can mess with timing. She loves to throw her screwball and her curveball, so she's going to work east to west. She's in that mid-60s velocity range. So look for some movement on both sides of the plate from Connick.
And we'll see here for this Lions lineup. They'll go Hammonds, Dover, Wheeler, and Merritt at the top. 2 of the first 4 are lefty bats, and talked about it yesterday. When this team gets hot, they are dangerous. So we'll see, given Hammonds lead things off, the center fielder. And I know I saw some of her family members. There are a bunch of purple 61s walking around.
It's hard to miss that 61. And shout out to all the North Alabama parents and fans who are listening. We heard from your staff that you guys are listening and that you enjoy the broadcast. So that makes one team.
Yeah, they said, they said, yeah, we're trying to check them all off. They love you. I'm just kind of so-so. I'm just here for the ride.
They knew I was a catcher. What is it about me that exudes that I'm a catcher?
I think just all of your stories.
Oh, that's fair.
Just
say
everything.
It all the time. It's just like absolutely nothing indicates that I wasn't a catcher. Got it.
We'll start with Hammonds here, the senior, hitting .335. Huge piece of this offense.
First pitch of the game, illegal. We talked about it earlier today. That can be a mental challenge for pitchers if they have to focus on their windup to make sure that they're keeping contact with the mound.
So now I've got it scored as we've had 1 called in every game so far today, 1 in last night's game.
And to me, it's like, is it really only happening one time? So that it's such a tricky thing. It's always been tricky. I'm glad that they've changed the rule that if there's a runner on, they don't advance anymore, because that just got obnoxious. Like if there was a pitcher struggling, they'd walk because they got all those illegal pitches, and then they'd advance all the way home. And it just made such a big impact on the game when you're already taking the pitch out of play.
Yeah. There's Ponick. Seeing Hammonds, there's a strike. After a 3-0 start. For Hammonds, her first at-bat against the Ospreys, it was an infield single. Then advanced on a wild pitch. Full count to begin this game. And she's kind of, if you're a North Florida fan, you know that she's like their Langford. She gets on, she can steal bases, she's super quick. And Hammonds will take, so she gets on with the walk right there, 16th of the year. She does have 21 stolen bases, so watch out for her. And here comes Dover, who, I don't know, has worked her way to the top of my list of fun players to watch. She and Garcia, just never know what you're going to get. Something exciting when the ball comes her way. As a strike there to Dover. Went 0 for 3 against the Ospreys with a strikeout. The Lions here, their first time up to bat tonight. Dover shows one. Hammond's going to stay, just froze there. Do you like this bat? Is this color bat something you like?
Mm-hmm. I like a lot of the bats. I like that one too.
What was your color?
Gray and blue, I think.
Kind of dull.
Yeah, I agree.
This one shot moving in, Hannah Davila gets a good grip on the ball. And so Hammonds moves over to second. As Davila's done a nice job there. That bunt popped high, Dover.
Davila was so aggressive coming across. I thought she was just going to run down Dover and tag her with her glove, and then ended up tossing it. But I love how she crashed and got that bunt coverage and got the out at first. Made sure of it, even if she was maybe going to run down Dover.
Oh, you're right. It felt like, can we have a pickle between home and first?
You can't. You absolutely can't.
Here it is over to Davila. Rolls off her chest, makes a throw, and she's thrown out. Over at first. So Hannah Davila doing a little bit of everything, able to get Wheeler on the ground out.
That was impressive right there by Davila to stick with it and show off her arm to get the out at first.
So she can rush the quarterback. She can throw dimes across the middle. Defensively for the Ospreys, things are staying the same as you've seen all week. Now here's Merritt. Second lefty bat in this lineup. And I'm trying to remember. I don't remember that gear that she was wearing.
She had it, but they had black jerseys on last
there you
night,
go. There
so
you go.
it was harder to see. It's to help secure that throwing shoulder.
Strike there. An 0-2 start. Merritt hitting in that same spot. She went 0 for 3 in the game against North Florida.
Well, I suppose Merritt is a lefty, so I guess it's her other shoulder that's giving her trouble. It's interesting. I almost always see it on the throwing shoulder.
And reaches for that. Cam Ponick gets a strikeout to get out of the inning. So Hammonds gets stranded at second base, a leadoff walk that she earns. Also the first illegal pitch of this game. We'll head to the second inning. Coming up for North Florida, Kelsey Vogel will lead things off. ASUN Softball Championship Week as we sit right here and get all set to go for the Ospreys. We'll see once again. It was a Bellisamino home run solo shot in the first inning, as North Florida will send up batters 6, 7, and 8. Kelsey Vogel will lead things off. Christina and Richard here in the booth. We've got Cecily over near the dugouts. Simon is pitching for the Lions. He's quick turnaround, so tough filling out the scorebook sometimes, too. It's a lot of names.
Sometimes after a while you just make up names, combine two players. I'm like, who is Kelsey Shaw?
Yeah.
I don't know her.
She's a future player in the ASUN.
Your name is Kelsey Shaw. I've already got you dialed in.
There's Simon. When we saw Kelsey Vogel, who was very aggressive in that game against North Alabama, laid down the bunt and did not see a ton of pitches. 3 at-bats, and 2 of them were only 1 pitch. And she'll swing and miss, and there's Simon attacking.
Simon continuing to attack the inside part of the plate to the right-handed hitters, and that ball low in the zone, and Vogel just swings right over it.
Oh, that's just so tempting, too. You'd think you've got a line drive to the gap. There's Hannah Davila for North Florida. As we saw her in that game against the Lions, a single right up the middle. And then Dover stole away a base hit from her on a diving play. One ball, 1 strike here in this elimination game. Davila. Good play already over at third base. Now we got to keep an eye down on that left field line.
I had no idea Semino's home run even had a chance with how far inside that pitch was, but the way that she dropped her barrel, she's able to keep it fair.
And we've seen so many, especially today. There's been at least 8 that have been over in that pocket near the batting cages.
A lot of inside pitches. Hitters fouling pitches off to stay alive.
And a full count here, so Davila looking pretty good. As Hannah this year, 47 hits, 37 runs batted in. Second most homers with 7. Payoff pitch, Simon, as this one will be popped up. And should be fairly simple right there, and is for Hammonds, who jogs in.
Simon continuing to challenge these Osprey hitters, working both sides of the plate, but especially the inside part. Her screwball, her off-speed screw. She's doing a good job mixing up her pitches and making it hard to barrel up a ball.
So Simon now, here against Bruneman. Rips this one foul. Somewhere in that area, avoiding some of the track stars.
Telling you, I think some of those runners need to be running with a glove. Like a glove station as you turn the corner and they pick up the glove and then drop it off.
But then I'm sure that would ruin their PR or their timing. And
either that or get hit by a ball, you know? You get to choose.
I mean, one of the two is going to make SportsCenter. I'll let you pick which one. Is Bruneman. Earlier today, a 2-run home run. Third pitch, a ball.
That's a good take right there by Bruneman. It's a pitch that a lot of her teammates prior to her at bat had been swinging at. It's a hard pitch to hit well. And it's not a strike.
Bruneman. Strike there to even things up. This Lions team, they Had that series sweep to end the year against Bellarmine. 22 runs scored and time called.
Maybe some technology issues here. Play call, pitch call.
I feel like in baseball that happens
All the time.
Yeah, I mean it's 5 to 10 times a game. Here's a 2-2 and another full count.
Why can't we just go back to just calling pitches, you know? Instead of using a computer to do it? I don't know, maybe I'm just that old.
I mean, I still have a CD player that I use in my car. So, here's a 3-2. You don't need to look at me like that.
Well, I just recently upgraded my car.
Oh.
Like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I had a CD player, and I'm going to tell you, I was really sad to lose the CD player.
Oh, you miss out on a lot.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
A lot of college, a lot of the memories go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this feels very sensitive.
No, it's not that. R.I.P.
Here's Caitlin McCarthy batting ninth for the Ospreys. Order has stayed the same, so she's got Bruneman on over at first base and goes through.
Don't worry, my husband's car still has a CD player, so we're good.
Nice.
And he better keep that car for the rest of his life.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, truck. It's a
Truck,
It's not a
okay.
car. People who have trucks, if you call it a car, like it's not a good idea.
No.
It's
Yeah, I hear it from my father-in-law. I go, oh,
So
that's
you
a
know.
nice car. He's like, no, that's a truck.
Do you know the people who call SUVs truck that don't have like a bed? I don't understand that. It's like that's not actually a truck. That's an SUV. But I'll
Yeah,
call
I don't.
truck a car.
I'm not sure. I have to think. I'll come back to you. Might be later innings. Bruneman on over at first. She walked. The Ospreys have 2 outs. Vogel struck out to begin the game. 2 strikeouts for Katie Simon.
UNF trying to get a 2-out rally going here.
McCarthy. And a ball there. She saw the ball really well against North Alabama. She was perfect going 3 for 3. Kaylin McCarthy. Foul ball there. She's had some really good at-bats throughout this week. We've seen her a single in the second against the Lions, a single down the third base line. That was in the 4th inning, and then another one found its way out to the left fielder in the 6th. So she likes even numbers this week. 2-2 pitch with 2 down. This one tried to get backhanded. Instead, it's to the shortstop, Madison. He makes an excellent play. And we'll take a timeout right here as the Ospreys get 1 base runner, a walk to Bruneman, and nothing else. We'll come on back for the Lions as they'll send up some bats here. Ospreys lead by 1. As the Ospreys lead 1-0 here over the Lions in this 3 versus 7 matchup here as we're in the bottom of the second. And we'll see some batters here real soon. Christina, you have so many snacks. I love it.
Hey, I'm here from Atlanta, and I like to have snacks. It's like the mom in me always like to be prepared. So I just still have the mentality that my children are with me. So I gotta be ready.
No, you're very well prepared. I'm not hungry right now. I had a chicken sandwich, but thank you for offering.
Just this is my first time calling games on UNF's campus. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, you didn't expect to have this much fun.
That is for certain.
As we'll see here for North Alabama, they come in as the 3 seed. As Bailey Rouse right here hitting .319. 14 home runs. A lot of power in these bats. She'll foul this one off for number 22. Also see Wright and then Madison after her. 2 of the 3 hitting over .310 this season. Ponick is the Ospreys starter for this one. 1 strikeout. And she's allowed just the 1 base runner. It was a leadoff walk to Hammonds. Pitch comes high. Trying to get their first hit here. I think 5th in the order. And swings at that one, and we've seen that a ton over the years from Cameron Ponick. A strikeout right there. It's number 79 on the season.
Bonnet going upstairs with her rise ball. Bailey Rouse trying to take that ball deep, but the ball moves too much and gets just above her bat.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Bonnet. There's Emma Kate Wright. She'll watch it go by for strike 1. This year, the junior gets to start in left field for this one. Second pitch, jammed up and to the netting. There's Wright. See an 0-2 pitch. Plate there, Bruneman snags it. We heard from head coach Jeff Conrad the shout out to Caden Oliva. Had that knee injury a couple of weekends ago as the everyday starting catcher. Definitely missed in this lineup. Ponick here as this one, good contact. It's back there for McCarthy. And with these center fielders, they can track so much. These fly balls out to the warning track. As that's out number 2.
So many extra base hits just taken away by these outfielders that can cover so much ground. That one was well hit, but elevated a little too much.
That's Jenna Madison. So we'll see here for the shortstop, sophomore. An 0-3 against the Ospreys. This one fouled off. And we talked about it after our post-show meeting. We were talking about bedazzles and the sparkles and everything for this team, and even there's sparkles on that knee brace.
Wow. Hey, I like sparkles. It's cool. And, I mean, they got a lot going for them. Purple is your, main color, and sparkles. If we were going off colors like my daughter does when she fills out any sports brackets, North Alabama is high on my list.
Yeah, I would agree. I think my daughter would pick the Lions. Jammed here, this one popped up, called off, and Aiden Allen, the first baseman, will take it. So Cameron Ponick goes 1-2-3, gets her second strikeout of the game, and a couple of pop-ups to end that second inning. We'll come on back for the start of the third. North Florida on top of North Alabama, 1-0. And we're back here so far just through 2 innings of work. We've only seen 1 hit. It was a home run by Bella Semino, her 15th of the year. The Ospreys come back to start this 3rd inning, and it's Langford back up at the top. She had a liner to the second baseman, Dover. Simon, the pitcher. Good matchup right here. A couple of all ASUN performers. Langford's second team. Katie Simon made the 3rd team. Swing and a miss for 1-1.
That looks like that off-speed screwball. Langford just going all out with that swing, and she's out on that front side. So that ball is slower than she anticipated.
Langford connects there, foul ball. Cool connection for Langford. Her dad Todd played baseball at North Florida, so has that connection there. Talked to him a few weekends ago. Usually sits pretty close to the dugout. This one diving out, Jenna Madison. And so a great play. Keep your eye on the ball, leg brace and all. Madison with the snap.
That's 2 at-bats in a row for Langford, where she gets good contact, and the middle infielders are making diving plays to keep her off the base paths. We talked about it at the top of the lineup for North Florida. If you can keep them off base, you've got a good chance. And the plays that the infielders are making, they're definitely working hard to keep Langford off the base paths.
Now you've got Addie Keefe, as she struck out her last time up. Try to get her on. Here's Simon. As the infield moved in, they know the scouting report on Keefe. She had 2 bunt singles in that first game against the Lions. It's blown away. Gorgeous day. I feel like the smoke has kind of moved on from us. It was quite smoky during that second game.
You could smell it too.
As this one to second. Dover's right there, and you get the speedy Addie Keefe.
Bradley Dover recognizing the high hop from Reef on that ball that she pounded into the ground, knowing that she needs to come through and make that play quickly.
There's that Bella Semino home run. Went so high that Our camera couldn't get to it at high home. Last time we saw her. Solo shot. She's been the difference so far. Zing Simon. Again, this Lions team, senior laden. He goes right down the middle against number 12. Ospreys as the 7 seed. Savino not going there. I do enjoy her gear with all the aqua. She's got the look down. 2-1 pitch from Simon and a hitter's count.
Semino just being patient in this at bat. After hitting a home run, sometimes you would think a hitter just comes back out swinging, but here she is waiting for her pitch.
And was it a foul ball to get the home plate umpire, I believe?
It sure did. Needing a couple extra steps to shake it off.
Big foul ball. Ospreys head coach Jeff Conrad wanted a look. I think got the inside of that forearm on the left arm.
Here's another look. It looked like it hit the bat and then got the umpire.
Yeah. I think
Ow.
just on that left sleeve, right?
Yeah. And the leg. I think it like
Oh.
arm. Inside of the arm and the leg.
3-2 pitch. Just one right back to the circle right there. And Simon does a great job to go 1-2-3 at the top of the Ospreys order. We'll take a timeout and return here. We'll see the Lions up to bat as they try and tie this one up.
From the bluegrass of Kentucky, the Arkansas River, to the beautiful beaches of Florida, from the bustling streets of Nashville to the soulful sounds of Muscle Shoals and its vibrant cities, fueled by growth. The Atlantic Sun operates in the fastest growing region in America and broadcasts in over 20 million homes. We're everywhere you want to be, with access to 9 of the nation's top 80 media markets, including an impressive 6 in the top 50. Our 12-member institutions provide every collegiate experience, from public to private to faith-based. All of our member institutions are located in the top 30 states with the most rapid growth, including 8 members located in the top 6. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
UNF Softball Complex, welcome back for the Ospreys. They lead 1-0. 7 right now on top of the 3, but plenty of softball left here today. As we'll move along, here's Moreland, so 8-9-1 coming up for the Lions. They've had just one base runner against the Ospreys' Arm and Cameron Ponick. Entered this game with an ERA of 1.70. Team's hitting 194 against her. Moreland, big cut. Moreland, great first year. She made the all-freshman team. Third pitch. Ponick and fouled off again. And the home plate umpire took another one.
But a quick thumbs up. Like, I don't even think he had a chance to even feel it. He's like, I'm good, y'all, I'm good.
Wow. I mean, Brian is a baller for this game. And 2, Moreland.
Give you a little catcher insider with umpires.
Please.
I always try to talk to my umpires and kind of get on their good side, right? Like, if they ever had like a ball hit them, I would like pretend like I needed to tie my shoe or something and give them like another second.
As this one sent over to right, charging in, and there's Keith, all ASUN third team.
And, you know, talk to them, be friendly, and try to learn the strike zone quicker. Like, if there's a pitch that I thought was a strike, instead of, like, turning around and letting everybody know that I was talking to the umpire, I would just, like, stand up close to the umpire and say, hey, where did that miss? To learn the zone. And most of the time, umpires are going to communicate with respect to them. But one thing I really disliked about umpires is when I was catching, if they would, because they try to create the correct, like, spacing between them and the catcher, and some of them would, like, lay their hand on me, and it just, like, it was really weird to me. I'm like, please don't touch me. Like, you can be close, but, like, please don't touch me.
This one popped up. It'll be up in the stands, avoiding everybody. It's like the Seinfeld episode of The Close Talker. You know, you start trying to back away. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, like,
Yeah,
please.
and it was like, I don't know how to, like, ask you not to do this, and if, like, you do it all the time, is that going to throw you off? Like, are you going to call strikes on me when I'm hitting? Like,
Right.
there's just, like, it's a loaded situation. But just made me uncomfortable. I was like, I want to be in my own space and not be touched. But I understood, like, they were trying to get as close as they could to see the strike zone without, like, falling onto me or pushing me, and just an interesting dynamic.
That's so good. A 1-2 pitch. Here's Natalie Shaw. We saw her on Wednesday, 3 hits. She did a really good job. You know, much like McCarthy, you need somebody that can be productive in big moments in that 9 spot.
Yeah, turn the lineup over, get you back up to the top. Solid at bats, being a tough out.
On it, her pitch. It's fucking, here does Natalie Shaw.
I remember when I was interviewing Coach Karen Weekly for Tennessee, she talked about her 9-hole hitter, like, being annoying. Like, try to be annoying to the pitcher that the 9-hole is that hard to get out. So the same idea, not just always getting hits, but being a tough out and being annoying to the pitcher.
Shaw, another one out of play.
I don't know if her 9-hole hitter heard her say, hey, I want you to be annoying.
Right.
But that was the idea.
1-2 again with the Ponick pitch. And a swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout. She gets her 3rd of the game.
What a great sequence there from Ponick, throwing the ball all over the zone. Lots of foul balls by Natalie Shaw. And here she pulls the string on this changeup. It just falls off the table. No chance for Shaw to foul that one off. She gets the strikeout.
Now back to the top. Here's Hammonds. Hammonds started the game, worked herself a full count, as so far she has been the only base runner North Alabama's had. Walk in the first. Ponick pitching. This one foul. Allen is over there. First 4 batters at the top for North Alabama. Everybody has 55 or more hits. It's a stacked lineup. 0-2 and fouled off. For a second, I was thinking home plate umpire's taking a third one.
Hopefully that's it for him today. He's tough back there, but wouldn't want that on anyone.
Hammonds. Ball there, her first.
Told you I got more bruises from foul tips as a catcher than I ever did hitting a foul ball onto my own body in the box. We had the privilege at Florida that we would get massages after a series, and the massage therapist always knew.
This one down that line is going to be over in right field. A base knock. Hammonds is going to hold up right there, but she gets on and able to get the Lions' first hit of the game.
Great hit by Hammonds, getting her barrel on it, getting that ball out to right field. She's power slapping, so a lot of times slaps are used to just get ball in play and beat the ball out at first, but a power slap, you're trying to get it out of the infield, and there Hammonds gets it to right field, easy for her to get to first. Yeah, the massage therapists always were like, all right, where are your bruises? I'm like, here, and here. That's foul tips.
You just mark them with a Sharpie. You're
There's
like,
no
"Here you
need
go."
to mark it, right?
Yeah.
You can see them. It's a bruise.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be a little silly. Here's Dover. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Have you ever seen a bruise before?
I have children. They just my daughter walks in and I'm like, how are there so many bruises on your shins?
She's tough, I can tell. She's got 4 names. She's tough.
Yeah, that's a good
Or
point.
5 names? She just goes by.
It's Laura Rosemary Miller. So just
Okay.
3
I didn't know if
technically.
you had like Laura Rosemary and then she had a middle name too, like
No.
Laura Rosemary is like
yeah, Rosemary's a middle name.
okay, and you call her by both.
Yeah.
It's my favorite herb.
Rosemary. Okay, good to know. Did you bring that in your satchel today?
No, but I am trying to grow it from seed at home.
Ooh.
Love
Yeah.
to garden, especially herbs.
Or my son does too. I don't know what he's growing right now. I cleared out some of the backyard and he's got a little garden.
Try some mint. It's like a weed.
2-2. This one gets popped up. Dover over towards third base, and it's Hannah Davila right there. So Hammond's able to get on for the second time in this game. A single over to right for their leadoff batter, but nothing comes across. We'll take a timeout as we head to the 4th inning. See for the Ospreys 4 through 6 when we come back.
Welcome back. I'm here with head coach Jeff Conrads and coach Cameron, just getting the job done with 3 strikeouts. What are you liking from her?
I mean, she's getting ahead, attacking the hitters, mixing in her changeup, which has been really good too. So, she's fresh. We saved her, for this situation, try and give us a lot of kick down the stretch. So she's throwing really well.
And Bella Smino just getting things started off in the first inning with that home run. What did you like about her approach?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, she really competed well that at-bat, got one out of here into the wind, which was good. We got to find ways to add on. It's a one-run lead. Not a lot of offense on both sides. We got to find ways to add to it.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Guys.
As it's a warm one here on the First Coast. Not too much wind here for this North Florida, North Alabama matchup. We're going to see Allen, Shaw, and Vogel. Katie Simon, the pitcher. And I was noticing, too, I don't know if Shaw was having an issue with her sunglasses or what, but was having to get them cleaned. So she comes back in, and I saw it, too. She made that warm-up throw to second and was down on her knees a little bit longer. I don't know if the heat's playing a role right now.
Yeah, it feels like it's gotten a little hotter here the last 30, 45 minutes.
As this one backhanded, it's over at the shortstop, and there's Madison.
One pitch, one out for Simon. Working here in the fourth inning. She wants to be efficient in order to get her through this game as long as she can. Osprey hitters have now seen her probably 4 times if you combine the 2 games. So trying to use her defense to get more outs.
Here's Gray Shaw. Strike one. Home plate umpire is still okay because he was bobbing his head to the music in between frames, so I think he's all right.
Been a lot of good music out here the last 2 days. I'm bopping my head a lot, too.
Strike there, so Shaw's going to fall behind. Here she had 2 strikes in that first count, flew out as that one went out to Hammonds in center. Shaw waits a third pitch. And this one back into the circle. Some great glove work. Katie Simon.
Katie Simon helping herself out here. This ball kind of floats back out because it's hit off the handle of Shaw, and she kind of hesitated, like, where's that ball going to go? But stuck with it, made the out.
So 2 quick outs. Here's Vogel. Smacks it foul. Went down swinging to start that second inning. One of just only 2 strikeouts we've seen from Simon in this game. Vogel had a single. And that first time she faced Simon, she went 1 for 2 against her. Vogel digs down for this one and foul.
Katie Simon, lots of quality pitches as she's seeing these Osprey hitters the second time through the lineup. She's continuing to mix locations, mix speeds, doing a great job, even though they've seen her several times.
And a ball there for Vogel. Having a good at-bat. A little more productive than her first time. It's another look at Simon for the 2-2. And this one goes off the bag, looking around. And it's a tough one right there as a third baseman. You really don't know which way to look, and so Vogel gets on.
Vogel is fouling off some pitches, foul territory on the left side of the field, and she's able to get the top of this pitch up in the zone. Bailey Rouse, looking around. There's no telling where that ball went, but no play at first and a base hit for Vogel.
Here's Hannah Davila, swings at the first one. They call the ASUN Conference the destination. They don't mean the bag for where the ball needs to go. Is that too much?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
It's
Was
really,
that a stretch?
That was deep.
It was too deep?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for as many games as we've called together here in the last, I don't know, 20, 30 hours.
That was too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Okay, thank you.
Maybe first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Have a fresher mind to be able to respond to that. But
That's fine. Well, I missed the shot of the bag, which they showed right afterwards.
okay, got it.
Here's a 1-1 from Simon. This one popped way up as it'll be over in the left. And there's right to snag that one right there. So Simon does some good work as Vogel gets on with the interesting literal base hit, but just one on in that fourth. We'll take a timeout and return here. We'll see the Lions up to bat. Ospreys still lead by 1.
Welcome back. I'm here with Coach Cozart, and some good defensive plays there, and Katie just doing the job, only getting up that one in the first. What is clicking for her?
Yeah, it's a pitcher's duel right now, and she's doing a great job. She's keeping us in the game. We got to find a way to get our bats hot.
Any adjustments for that offense?
You know, I just think I have a plan when we go up there and just start swinging hard. You know, I think we're just being a little timid. She's throwing a great game. We got to find a way to get that leadoff on and roll from there.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
All right, great stuff. Thank you so much to Coach Cozart. 13th season for the Lions, and we talked about their roster and what they've done, added transfers, but to me it starts with her. You see and feel that energy that she exudes and clearly knows the game.
She's so smiley. I love that. She loves the game. She's, she holds her players to a high standard, but also likes to have fun and make sure that they're playing loose. There's, I think we counted, was it 11 transfers? There's a handful of them who are big contributors and starters here. So 5 from Wallace Community College. Definitely a good kind of feeder program, if you will.
Here's Ponick. We got to watch this here. Oh, Wild right there takes the blame for it. A 2-0 start here against Wheeler. Senior Wheeler this year. We talked about it early, one of those first 4 bats that hit over 330 entering this game. We'll see a third pitch. Foul ball.
This pitcher's duel that we're seeing, I feel like the energy I was expecting from this game a little bit higher, being an elimination game, and for almost all teams, probably all teams in this conference, if they don't win the conference championship here at the tournament, then their season is over here. So to me, not pressing, but a little more sense of urgency. I know that there's still a lot of game left. We're only in the bottom of the fourth, but I don't know. When your season's on the line, there's a lot to play for.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Wheeler connects with this one as it's over to right field for Addie Keith. Honick able to get the fly ball out, and here comes Holly Merritt. And I'm still just amazed at the fact that she is able to play as much as she can with all that gear, kind of keeping that shoulder in place.
Oh, that is for sure very warm in there. Like, I have a couple of athletes that I work with in a 30-minute hitting session, and they're like tearing it off immediately. It's so warm, but it gives them a little more strength and stability, so it's worth it. I'm just surprised that it's on her glove side.
You gotta think about that warmth of, yeah, that's a lot, especially in this Florida heat.
And there's a good amount of structure to it, right? I can't imagine you have like full range of motion with that on. I don't think it's like limiting and rigid, but it's definitely a factor.
Third pitch awaits. Here's 1-1. Raponic, not as in control, I feel like, over these last couple of batters. Was able to get the fly out on Wheeler, but a little more wild.
She's shown like little glimpses of this where she starts an inning and throws the ball to the backstop. So it's not completely out of character for her today. But it's going to be tricky if you're getting behind hitters consistently this second time through the lineup and getting deeper in the game.
So here's Merritt. That's cleanup. 3-1 pitch. There's count. We'll go full. Six straight batters we've seen for the Lions with 2 strikes on their count. There's Merritt. Full count. Honick leans back.
Good battle there, both from Honick and from Merritt. Merritt trying to just extend her at bat to get something she can get her barrel on. Honick just trying to see if she'll chase that pitch a little bit. It's a quality miss to get Merritt to chase.
There's Merritt. Another foul ball again. Good battle. She's going to shake it off. Looked like it got her left foot.
You see that courtesy right there from the home plate umpire checking in that ball off of Merritt, she's okay. He went to go wipe off home plate and she said, I'm good, so he came back around. What a nice guy.
Yeah. It's a good relationship right there.
He's like, been there, done that.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I know how it feels. How many steps do you need?
Definitely longest at-bat that we've seen. We saw a long at-bat to start the game with Hammonds. This is Merritt. 3-2 again. This one down the line is foul. Allen's going to dive out. So good hustle, but Merritt here. This is a marathon.
Great battle, both from Merritt and Honick.
Holly Merritt. Sophomore, what an at-bat right there. Huge, and we talked about all that gear and everything, but she wins it. And that matchup after striking out against Honick the first time.
Big time battle there in that at-bat. Kind of sounded like the North Alabama dugout got a little bit of energy from it. Go to Bailey Rouse and see if she's got another home run in her. She had a bomb yesterday.
I love her approach too. I mean, it's same routine. So unique.
There's been a few hitters in this tournament that I've watched that have like a very distinct and the same routine every time. You know, Bailey Rouse is one of them. And her movements are like very, not dramatic, but they're just very...
Yeah, emphasize.
Yeah, thank you. Emphasize. It's a better word.
I mean, she digs in.
Yeah.
She uses the bat.
Yeah.
As we getting some quick pointers. 0-2. Back in. Basic Ponick, there's a ball.
Quality miss there by Ponick. That ball's just barely off the plate. I think if I'm hitting, I'm swinging at that because I don't want to be called out looking. Good eye by Bailey Rouse to lay off of that.
1-2. Rouse. We've seen too, I feel like the batter's a little more dialed in for the Lions over the last 3 or 4 hitters. Now it's 2-2.
Like a little bit of that sense of urgency, right? Like we're getting down to just the last few innings here in this game, and North Alabama down by 1. So if they're not able to match the scoreboard to UNF's 1, this is it for them.
Payoff pitch.
Doing a great job.
Fouled off. Well, we saw Holly Merritt work a long at bat, earn herself a walk. She's down at first right now, and this one starting to feel very similar to that previous one.
And you wonder if that's going to impact Ponick, having to throw more pitches, having to continue to hit her spots.
3-2. Will go down swinging, but some good matchups here this inning in the 4th, but the strikeout goes to Cam Ponick.
Now batting the left
Ponick
fielder,
throwing the
number 21,
screwball in
Emma
the inner
Kate
part of the
Wright.
plate. Bailey Rouse, it looks so sweet, but swings right through that one.
There's Emma Kate Wright. She flew out to the warning track in the 2nd inning. Made some good contact. See if she can redo it again. This year with 4 home runs. Merritt at first base. Good contact, but it's Bellasamino, and they'll get the force out right there at second. So Merritt earns herself a walk, but the defense behind Ponick puts an end to it right there. Just one base runner, much like in the 3rd. Ospreys still lead 1-0.
Welcome to the Atlantic Sun, where heart-pounding moments are born and where champions rise above, where speed defies limits and precision finds its mark, where millions of fans nationwide cheer for excellence, determination, and fairness, where public, private, and faith-based schools compete side by side, fostering sportsmanship and unity. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
The world is growing. How will you grow yours? At the University of North Alabama, we're dedicated to partnering with you in your journey to discover your passion and your potential and put it all into practice. Voted the best small college town in America by USA Today, downtown Florence is home to our beautiful campus, bursting with opportunities to help you find your purpose. Learn more about how we can help you achieve your goals on campus or online at una.edu.
We'll open up the 5th inning here. Ospreys due up. Batters 8, 9, and 1 as we check in on the temperature. Feels like 87. I don't know, it feels much warmer than that. Humidity only 45%, still getting a little smoke from those Georgia fires. It's been a fun week. Today was supposed to be the hottest day of the entire tournament.
I was expecting 90s today.
This one popped up. Going to be a tough ball in foul territory. Has some good coverage. You had Wright who was over there. And Madison covers a ton of ground. And we've just seen defensive plays left and right from everybody.
Yeah, lots of solid defense. So many balls put in play. Really low strikeout numbers overall. Here you see Madison tracking this down in foul territory.
That's McCarthy. Saw her work herself a 2-2 count, ground out. Then to Madison, the shortstop. This duel just 2 hits allowed for Simon. As she was yesterday's player of the game, we talked to her afterwards. Cecily did. 0-2. Langford on deck.
She has a different setup for a slapper, the way that she starts in the furthest part of the box, not deep, but like the back side of it or the side of it. Usually slappers will be deeper, closer to the catcher, but not that far away from home plate.
And she'll go down swinging right there. So Simon goes 1-2 quickly, gets some defense, and another strikeout.
Simon rolling here. McCarthy chasing this ball outside. That's in the other batter's box, but that pitch, it's a screwball, so it's tailing away from her. So with 2 strikes, trying to protect, but can't get a piece of it.
That's Langford. Sees a first pitch strike. She's 0 for 2. A couple of liners, and they've been right at infielders.
Yeah, 2 balls that off the bat looked like they were going to be a hit, but between Dover and Madison, the ground that they're covering, laying out for a ball.
And this one goes off the glove of Simon. Not much there for it. A tough one as Dover comes in, and so Langford gets on for the first time in this game.
Yeah, and probably the ball that was hit the softest out of the 3 that she hit, but sometimes that plays to the advantage. Here you see it off the end of the bat to somebody who's as quick as Langford, and you see Dover charges, thinks she has to barehand it to have a chance, and I don't even think she has a chance if she can field that cleanly. It's an infield pace hit all day.
And a foul ball on the bunt attempt by Keefe. So you've got Langford on over first base, a dangerous base runner, 35 steals. I will say I've seen Shaw stretching her arm more, the catcher. So if she takes off, we'll see if the throw is going to be on point, as it was kind of low there, tough for Dover, and a stolen base, another one for Langford.
Langford just such good jumps. Here it looks like Coach Kozert's going to ask for a review to see if Langford left early. It's a big deal here in this game. It's a 1-run ball game. And with Langford on, if she's in scoring position, any base hit, she's going to score.
And I would say, too, for this Lions side, maybe any kind of spark as well. You know, Simon is definitely leading that charge, but I feel like they just need a little more something, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long day, right, for the Ospreys, but you know, this is it right here. You're playing to move on, win in advance, lose and go home. So to me, I would have a high energy level out there. But that was the type of player I was. And not everybody's going to be really animated and loud. People are different, right? They have to manage their energy levels and how well they play at those different levels. But sometimes it just appears from as you're watching that there's not a lot of energy going into it.
So we'll check on this. The challenge from the Lions. And it looks like they came back out here very quickly. We'll get word.
In third place, taking home the firm, one, ladies and gentlemen,
So it is confirmed did not leave early.
Oh yeah, she's on time. Man, I wish that we had review when I was playing because so many runners left early and then they would steal on me. Only a handful. There's a couple I have in mind, but I won't say their names on air. Okay. That I know they left early because I could see them.
As this one back to the pitcher again, so Keefe right there. And so the single by Langford doesn't leave the infield, a challenge by the Lions, but still strong work by Simon as she's just allowed 3 base runners over the last 4 innings. And we're back here. We'll see the Lions come up to bat here, bottom of the 5th inning, as it's still that pitcher's duel. 4 combined hits. Osprey's still leading by 1. 7, 8, and 9 we'll see for North Alabama. Here's Jenna Madison. Madison seeing Ponick again. Madison had that little pop-up. An easy ball for Vogel at second. Orland on deck, and then we'll see Shaw. For the Lions, donned in purple.
There's the energy there from North Alabama's dugout, getting excited about good pitch selection by Madison.
Jenna Madison. 2-0 count will take. Ponick. A skip right there. Hitters count 3-1 for Ponick. We've seen just allow the 1 base hit. That was to Hammonds back in the 3rd. Madison makes good contact, but a few steps back, and Kaylin McCarthy there for the flyout.
Solid contact there from Madison. Doing a good job with a good count for her to hit, but just hits it right at McCarthy.
Now it's Carly Moreland. We talked about her earlier, but ASUN all-freshman team. Worked a good at-bat, flew out to right. Has power on her bat, too. Swings on the first pitch, and it's an easy one there. 1 pitch, 1 out as it goes to Vogel.
Ponick continuing to work
Now batting
efficiently
number 2,
here.
Natalie
It's
Shaw.
interesting to hear Coach Conrad saying that they were saving her. You know, I didn't imagine it as saving her. I thought Cook was just on fire and you ride that. But, you know, everyone has a different strategy and there's a lot we don't know about the whole pitching staff and what's going on. But it looks like however much they saved her, it's working right now.
Oh, big time. Oh, a lot of fun to watch. Had a fantastic year, 2-time ASUN Pitcher of the Week. Makes the All ASUN second team. The ball there after the first one gets fouled off, and we've seen from Ponick either it's been the best or one of the best all throughout the season. Usually she and Peters are 1 and 2. ERA coming into this game at 1.70. Shaw, this one back to the circle again, taking her time, and Ponick there quickly goes 1, 2, 3 in the 7 through 9. We'll take a timeout and return for inning number 6. When we come back, we'll see for the Ospreys 3 through 5, still a 1-run game. UNF Softball Complex, a fun day of softball here. Elimination game continues. Ospreys right now leading the Lions. A rematch. We saw the Ospreys win the first meeting. Here's Semino. Starts things off for North Florida, 6th inning. Here we go facing Simon. Semino right now has been the difference. One of 3 Ospreys hits a solo home run in the first. After Semino, it's Allen and then Grace Shaw. 1-1 pitch, contact. This is going to be foul. And over to that corner just past the target.
Wouldn't that be something if Semino was able to keep that fair and hit a home run in one game, down one foul line, then the other as well.
Yeah, just placing the 2. So we saw a ground out. There was a comebacker to Simon to finish the 3rd. Here's a 1-2. Simon's pitch. The ball.
Good take there. Good spot by Simon to see if Semino will chase the pitch a little bit higher in the zone. The one that she hit over that left field corner wall.
Semino, foul ball. Watch out, dugout.
That was the thing. I know you asked if I was hit on deck, especially a couple hitters. One for sure, Francesca Nea, the assistant coach for Florida. I mean, when she was up, you better be paying attention or you could get taken out. It's a pitch inside that she was trying to protect. That ball could come straight into the dugout.
Jeez.
Now, Florida's done some amazing changes and upgrades to their field, so they have it protected now, but it was definitely a thing when I was playing there.
Wow. So 2 balls, 2 strikes for Semino. She's been able to get 3 ball counts on her first 2. Semino steps back in after given time. Fights that one off. I don't know how.
Got a piece of it. Sent it straight back and up into the stands.
Really good matchup right here. Each one has a win. Simon, skip here and a full count. Semino. Payoff pitch. This one hop. It's over to Madison. And the shortstop retires the other shortstop.
Continuing to have solid defense here in this game. So many ground balls, so many plays. Jenna Madison holding it down at shortstop. Even with that knee brace on, you would think it would limit some of her range of motion, but I don't. If it does, then her range of motion is incredible.
Yeah, I haven't noticed one bit. I mean, she made that one play in foul territory.
Yeah.
She's
lots
dove
of range
for a lot of balls. So
yeah.
There's Aiden Allen. We've seen her go 0 for 1 in this game. 1 pitch and a ground now to open up the 4th. And a walk back in the 1st inning.
Getting so late, deep into this game. It's a 1-run ball game. North Alabama's the home team. Got some players here that maybe their last at bat of just the day, or could be their last at bat of the season. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourself, but you have to take each at bat for what it is, while still making sure that you're having a quality at bat to help your team. In this case, try to go up more runs than just 1.
Allen. A 1-2 pitch, good discipline. Is that running through your mind, though, of like, hey, am I ever going to play again? Or
I mean, if it is, you need to like entertain it and move on, right? Like, you can't just put it to the side because it is reality, but you can't let it get in the way of what, you know, you do day in and day out, the preparation you put into the game.
just trying to move on and play one more day. 3-2 from Simon. As this one popped up again, well, we just talked about the shortstop Madison and that range of motion. No issue there.
Another pop-up. She's able to get over there.
Number 22, Grace Shaw.
So 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Grace Shaw. 0 for 2 in this game.
I wonder if you're North Alabama, if you're like, man, Katie Simon really is the matchup against North Florida. If you think back of the first game,
yeah,
you know, like, I mean, you can't change what you did, and you got to go with, you know, what you're thinking the right matchup is. But she has been lights out against North Florida. There's that one pitch. It really wasn't a bad pitch. You know, Semino just took that ball almost like a golf swing and was able to take it over the fence. And somehow it stayed fair. A great piece of hitting, but it's not like Simon will be kicking herself like, oh, I left that one over the plate.
Here's 2-0 and a hit by pitch, and that one's going to sting. So just gets away right there. Shaw holding that arm right there. Only the second time she's been hit this year.
She tries to get out of the way a little bit. That screwball just gets a little out of control there for Simon. She's just trying to make a quality pitch. I think she'd be
Now
the
batting
first to
number
tell
2,
you, I
Kelsey
didn't mean to hit her.
Vogel.
I don't want any base runners.
Yes. Jesse Osprey's 6th base runner. 3 total hits today. Couple of walks, one by Allen, one by Bruneman. Here's Kelsey Vogel. She had the base hit in the 4th, literally. It hit the 3rd base bag. Cranks this one foul. A matchup here today so different than what we saw in that first game. Vogel, there's a ball.
See Simon's pitch count get up to 104 here. Really seeing a pretty good balance of the Ospreys working deep counts, but also then some quick outs. First pitch swing and pitch to contact getting outs.
This one gets fouled off. Yeah, because that 5th inning was incredibly quick. I mean, you had the Langford single that went off of Simon's glove, but everything else was quick, so that moved along. Fourth inning was kind of a mix. Here's a 2-2. As this one over to third, takes its time, and the throw there. What a nice play as Bailey Rouse gets the out. So just one base runner. It's a hit by pitch for Shaw, but she gets stranded. We'll take a timeout and head to the bottom of the 6th. See for the Lions, 1-2-3. This one-run game.
Welcome to the Atlantic Sun, where heart-pounding moments are born and where champions rise above, where speed defies limits and precision finds its mark, where millions of fans nationwide cheer for excellence, determination, and fairness, where public, private, and faith-based schools compete side by side, fostering sportsmanship and unity. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
If sweat is your body's natural way of cooling itself down, then condensation is a beer's natural way of saying, drink me. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
When Leo gets away, his first choice is always Renaissance Shoals Resort and Spa in beautiful Northwest Alabama. He loves the resort's fresh new look, carefully curated to honor the Shoals' legendary music heritage. Renaissance Shoals is where Leo relaxes, recharges, and takes it all in. After a little spa and pool time, Leo enjoys a decadent dinner high above it all in Alabama's only rotating restaurant, 360 Grill. After dinner, Leo tops off the evening with live music at Swampers Bar and Grill. Renaissance Shoals Resort and Spa, North Alabama's premier destination. Roar Lions!
ASUN Championship Week. We're back in Jacksonville here as we've got the Lions and Ospreys. Right now the host team leads 1-0. Here in this bottom of the 6th inning, we'll see the top of the order for North Alabama. Hammonds, Dover, and Wheeler. Hammonds has been the key. She's been on base twice.
And she's done a great job being a good leadoff and getting on with a walk and then a hit. Her teammates just haven't been able to move her around and get her to score. That's what Coach Cozart said. Like, we got to have a plan and get that lead runner on, and then let's move her and score her.
Twice she's been on a walk in the first inning. Had a full count there. Then a single she sent in the 3rd inning into right field. And that is still the Lions' lone hit. Given Hammonds. It's Ponick. This one sprayed foul.
Ponick has continued to just mix up her location, keep these hitters off balance. I mean, her changeup's working well. She's doing a really good job.
1-2 count for Ponick. Hammonds will swing this one to short for Bellasamino. And the infield does its job right there. Samino still is the biggest difference right now in the game with that solo home run.
Riley Dover.
We saw how explosive North Alabama can be, scoring 8 runs yesterday in their second game. And so I think continuing to give credit to Ponick and what she's been able to do up to this point.
This one, Dover swings on the first pitch. This one for McCarthy, staying in the grass. So 1 pitch and a fly out off the bat of Dover.
McCarthy continued to hold it down out there in center field. I'm telling you, any ball that has a little bit of air, these outfielders are going to get to it. Yesterday we saw quite a few left center gap shots, but they were more line drives, not as much air, and it felt like that was the hot spot.
As Ponick here just stops Wheeler, who is to watch it, deciding, and it took too long. She's 0 for 2. That first ground out, she took 1 pitch, and Handavila made a great play on it. Ponick, as she jams her here, this one popped up. It'll be for Bellasamino. And the Ospreys quickly go 1-2-3, led by their star pitcher, Cam Ponick. We'll take a timeout and return as we enter the 7th inning. For the Ospreys, it'll be 7 through 9 when we come back. As we are back here, Ospreys and Lions. Second meeting of this tournament, elimination game. So much on the line. We start the 7th inning. Ospreys will go 7 through 9, facing Katie Simon, who has been really, really good. 3 hits given up, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Still, the biggest blemish is that solo home run to Bellasamino, but 6 innings of work, 8 fly ball outs and 7 ground balls.
I mentioned it before in that pitch that Samino hit. It's not a bad pitch. It was a quality pitch, just a great piece of hitting by Samino. Katie Shaw just really holding it down in the circle and letting her defense work behind her.
Here's an 0-2 pitch. Davila for a ball. So far today, she is 0 for 2. Has made contact by a couple of fly outs. Still trying to get something off of Katie Simon. Against Simon this week, she is 0 for 4. Ospreys have had base runners now in each of the last 3 frames. Davila, this one was foul close right there, and she knows it.
Tried to find third base, get one of those cool ones. It hits the bag, pops up, nobody knows where it's going.
Like Kelsey Vogel.
Uh-huh.
Davila. 2-2 pitch again. Cranks this one. I mean, that batting cage has seen a ton of ball. I mean, it's nice because they can just leave them down there and say, all right, well, we'll use them tomorrow.
No way.
Toss them in the bucket.
Yeah, kick him in the cage.
2-2 again. This one over to first. Good glove play there by Merritt to get the first.
Good pitch sequence there by Simon. Hammering in to get those foul balls over the left side of the field, and then able to spot that curveball. Kind of looks like a backdoor screwball on the outside part of the plate to get Davila to get that ground ball. Easy play for Merritt.
But there really hasn't been anything hard or impressive barreled up, I'd say, since Davila had a fly ball in the 4th. I mean, everything has been a ground ball or kind of an easier high fly. There's Bruneman, 2 home runs already this week, and she's down 0-2.
When you talk about how good Katie Simon has been today, and these Osprey hitters saw her like 24 hours ago at least one time.
As this one sent over in a right field, right on a rope there as Wheeler makes the play.
What up? This is Dr. Trey. What is going on? Thank God it's Friday.
Ospreys will have McCarthy here. This game, she's 0 for 2.
Kaylin McCarthy.
Struck out her last time up. Yesterday, 3 hits against North Alabama. Simon. Foul ball, 1-1.
A lot of times with slappers, like we talked about in her last at bat, for McCarthy, as she comes through, she comes across and forward. So it's interesting. Most of the time, slappers will kind of start in that same position and just go straight towards the pitcher. So a little different approach. I know there's been kind of a push away from having a lot of slappers. There's so many players that were crossing over into the strike zone and into the plate area and then being called out. So even with a successful slap, they're getting pulled back or called out because of where their footwork was.
I could see it right away that McCarthy said no right after that one was called.
Yeah. She was probably proud of herself for laying off of it. And then when it was called a strike, she's like, no, that's the one. Hear this pitch. Yeah, that's off the plate. I can understand her frustration, but the way that the ball moves out of Simon's hand, it can nick a little part of the plate, and that's all it takes.
Full count. Here from McCarthy. Had an infield single against Stetson today. Off the poles, the Ospreys try to extend this game some. Lions, as the home team, they'll have their chance up to bat. Simon, this one, good reach right there, and the starting pitcher, wow, was she good. Gives up just 1 run, and Katie Simon, 7 innings of work. That was bottom of the 7th, and come on back through 6 in just a moment. elimination game from Jacksonville. ASUN Championship. Big one right here. Number 7, North Florida on top of the Lions, the 3 seed. Lose and go home. Win and you play the Dolphins. Here's Holly Merritt. This is definitely, I'd say, the person you want up to bat. Other than Hammonds, it's Merritt. That time she walked in the 4th inning, maybe other than the home run, the most impressive at-bat we've seen in this game.
Yeah, she battled and battled and battled through that at-bat. If I'm Merritt, though, I'm going to look for a strike early in the count because I know how good Ponick has been and that she can just keep throwing pitches to try to get me out. I'm going to look for something early in the count that I can try to get a base hit on.
Reaches for this one here. Ponick, her stat line, 4 strikeouts. She's given up just 1 hit, a pair of walks. One of them was to Merritt. 9 flyouts, 5 groundouts. As she just reached pitch 90. So working very efficiently. Holly Merritt reaches for this one as it just goes foul.
If that stayed fair, Davila was all over it. The way she straddled the line, got her body in front of it. It was off the end of the bat, so it had some funky spin.
Oh, we saw her charge that bunt from Dover and almost chase her down in the same act. Reaches for this. Close again.
Here we go again. I'm feeling it. Lots and lots of foul balls on deck.
Ponick, all ASUN's second team. Really quality season. Holly Merritt. 1-2 pitch, reaches for this one, sends it diving out, and it's going to be a base hit. It took a hop there and into the glove of Langford, so Merritt gets on, and the Lions have the tying run at first.
Langford playing deep. You see how Merritt just reaches out to get more of her barrel on that bat to poke it past Semino and in front of Langford. A great effort by Langford out in left field. Just couldn't quite get to it. Solid base hit there for Merritt to be the leadoff on. Now a big challenge for Bailey Rouse. She's got 2 strikeouts so far out of the 4.
That needs to find something different. But we did see her hit a home run in her last game against the Ospreys. We'll see a pinch runner come in over there. So for the Lions, we'll see Davis running.
Katie Davis.
So Katie Davis in to run, and you can feel the energy right now. Here is Bailey Rouse. Lays down this bunt as it goes to Allen. The coverage there, Vogel. And so get that tying run over to second now.
It's a good move there. Get that runner in scoring position. Rouse not seeing Ponick very well. She did have some good at-bats, just ended up with the strikeouts. But here now for Ponick, this is the test right here. Postseason softball, win or go home. Bottom of the 7th, 1-run ball game. Runner at second. This is big time right here.
Huge. It's going to be Emma Kate Wright. As we see some talk defensively about everything and scenarios too. You look at what Ponick has done, 6 in the 3rd. Just 2 hits.
Outstanding job in the circle. Her rise ball, being able to provoke and create those pop-ups. Those are easy outs for her infield. So if I'm PK right now, I'm working on seeing the ball a little bit down in the zone or making sure that I'm getting more at the top of the ball so I'm not hitting a pop-up.
The right has yet to get on base against the Ospreys. That fielder's choice in the fourth, but got the force out at second base. Give credit to the Lions. Their fans have traveled well and definitely have made a difference here. Onik, 1-1 pitch. For right, this one's popped up. Calling for its Aiden Allen and secures it there. You have to hold her breath because she did have one that popped out earlier today.
I think she makes sure to use two hands on that one. That's exactly what Onik wants right there, to hit that pop up. Now she's got 2 outs. She's going attacking this hitter right here.
Madison. The shortstop. She has been a lot of fun to watch, I tell you. Covering so much ground over the last couple of days. Here with the season on the line. The 0-1. Sent over in left field. It's for Langford. They're going to send her home. The throw. Langford. The tag is made. And thrown out is Davis. At home, Hallie Langford. What a throw. And it seals the game. What a play. We've got to see it again. Langford in left. Saves the Ospreys here one more time.
This ball smoked into left field. Hallie Langford making sure she has it. Here, that throw home. Oh, just a beautiful play. Hanging on to the ball. It's just so good. Brunneman back there. Great throw. So many good things happen in that play for North Florida to secure the win and move on to tomorrow.
And just heartbreaking
the University of Central Arkansas and
for North Alabama
with a berth in the ASUN championship final
for your season to end like that. You had such a performance from Katie Simon, but the play by Langford, I mean, that's something you dream of in your backyard.
Yeah, executed perfectly. And if you remember earlier today, Langford had a ball that she let get past her. So for her to step up in this moment and to get this out at home, it shows that senior is not ready to be done. So clutch, big play for her. We usually see a lot offensively, but here she has the defensive gem. And Brunneman behind the plate holds on to it, puts a great tag down, and seals it for another day for the Ospreys.
My word. What an ending. Bella Semino, the home run. And it was fascinating, too, to see. Todd, Hallie's dad, is right next door to our press box. He jumped up immediately once that tag was made. And we've got our player of the game with Cecily. Take it away.
Cameron, what a game for you guys. You dominated. Walk me through the emotions you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I feel the adrenaline, but I just wanted to do it for my team because, like we have a lot of seniors and it could have been their last game, and I did not want it to be our last game. That's what I was thinking.
You guys keeping this going and not making it your last game, how do you carry this momentum into the rest of the weekend?
I think that we're just hot right now and we just need to stay hot and keep having the energy that we're having right now and carry that on to tomorrow and hopefully the next game and the next game.
Thank you so much and congrats.
Thank you so much.
Back to you guys.
Great job. Thank you so much, Cecily. So much energy. Pandemonium down there. Langford with the throw. What an outing from Cam Ponick. The pitcher was electric and one of the best pitcher zools that you will see. Ponick, a complete game. Shutout, 4 strikeouts. Only allows 3 hits and a couple of walks. Let's take a look at the bracket. For North Alabama, their season comes to an end. Langford with the great throw. Tomorrow's elimination game, 4 versus 7. River City Rumble rematch. Dolphins and Ospreys. Our first game of the day, though, will be 1 versus 2. The winner of that one advances to the championship. We get to see Bears and Hatters. Oh, boy. Buckle up for tomorrow. Some great softball on the docket. It's been fun. Glad you've been with us all day. We'll be back again tomorrow for some more action. Cecily Webb, our sideline reporter. Great work from Christina Wyatt. Gator, great. I'm Richard Miller saying so long from Jacksonville. Here at the UNF Softball Complex, the Ospreys keep their season alive with a 1-0 final over North Alabama. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.